Let's give it a second here. Oh, it seems to be a little laggy. There we go. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock. Today we're going to be doing episode 22, which I figured a fitting title for this would be Botania. Now, one of the things that you guys have been going and that we've been working on is we've been working on as much of the Project E tree as we possibly can, and I really was wanting to go and finish that transmutation table. Yeah, that Klein star, I did need to make that one more, I think one more of those guys, and then we absolutely had it without any issues. But for the transmutation table here, we did need, give me a second here, we did need a whole bunch of stuff, but the energy condensers I wasn't too worried about. Neutronium nuggets, we have those. And the HDPE sheets were probably one of the biggest concerns that I had up until I noticed this pixie dust here. And we don't have any way of getting that pixie dust without that big fancy Elven trade, Elven Gateway core. We need the Elvenhain or Alfenhain or whatever. Mana pearls, we can make those. It's just ender pearls and some mana pool or something. I mean, we have them in loot bags, of course. But when it comes to these HDPE sheets, I actually spent a couple hours working on that yesterday, and it literally did take a couple hours here. Because we need the liquid ethylene and oxygen, as well as a substrate, which turns into just a single one of those and a little bit of oxygen. But to be able to go and get that, we need the ethylene, and we need to change it into it, which required water and hydrogen, as well as biofuel and all that type of fun and fancy stuff. So if I head over here, this is essentially what I had to go and what I had to build to be able to get those HDPE sheets. And if you look here, we have like a little gas tank here. We have a little tank over there. We have one of these primary condensators. And if you look up here, this is empty right now, but we have a lot of cactus going in here. And the cactus is being used to go and make biofuel for us. And that biofuel is being pumped right into here to make the substrate. Now, one of the things that you guys may be wondering is, okay, so what the heck is this? And in all honesty, that's what took me forever ago and actually figure it out. So basically, if I go over here, let me grab into, okay, it's one over. If I go into this one, where we fill it up with water and everything, because if I go back to water, which I do think that if we grab one of our fluid tanks, let's see. Chiseled bit fluid tanks, I mean, those are a thing, but I just want the basic fluid tanks. So, yep, there we go. We have a portable tank and everything. And the fancy thing about this portable tank is we can just put that down there. We can grab ourselves some buckets. We can fill up like a whole bunch of water there. Oops. I instantly broke my infinite water source. There we go. So let's put that back. And let's just grab a little bit of water. And hey, welcome to the stream, Killer Death. Okay. So basically I can do that. And just looking at this, I can right click on that and we can add water and everything to it. And I found, hey, that's actually a great way of going. That's a great way of getting the water and everything into the places that we actually need them. Because if I pick this up here, if I break that and pick it up, we can see shift stores a bit of water and everything. And with that water that we've gotten, we can easily just go. We can kind of just, oops, and take that. Essentially, we can put that in there. We can fill it up with 5,000 water, which will start filling up the hydrogen, start filling up the oxygen, because it's essentially separating the H2O, water and oxygen. So that little portable tank and everything, that's empty. We have hydrogen going up slowly. I'm going to be taking that hydrogen tank with me, however, because if I go back over here to the, I don't even know exactly what this was, and break this tank, if I put this basic gas tank here, I do need to go in here. I need to essentially transport the configuration and say output this way. So we start going and we fill it up with hydrogen, we fill it up with water, and we're getting more substrate. The biofuel and everything is coming from the cactus farm and everything, which I made over here. This is a relatively fast and easy way of going, just getting like bulk cactus and everything, because it literally goes. We get a ranged collector up there, which didn't take too much to do. We have just the range collector, which we need the void crystal and everything for, but that's why I ended up going and I actually ended up making void chickens. Because I thought, hey, this is a great way of going, great way of getting all that cactus that we needed. And if I go over here, we have the ink black chicken, we have the palace crystal chicken, we have the black quartz chicken, as well as the void crystal chicken, which is making void crystals, which allowed us to actually go and make this. I mean, it's just an iron casing, and it needs some black quartz. I mean, we have black quartz now. So let me quickly go. I'm going to put this stuff away. And then we can go and we can jump right into this. I seem to have gone. I seem to have put the one thing that I was actually going and looking for. Let's quickly grab my gas tank here. I want to make sure I have that gas tank constantly, essentially just filling up over here on this end, so that we have the hydrogen and everything. We're constantly making hydrogen and oxygen. But the title of today's stream, which was Botania, and I actually went. Let's see. We have the Lexica Botania book there, and I mean that was relatively easy to make because if I go Lexica, it's literally just a book and any sapling. An oak sapling, anything. And the reason why we needed this is because we need to be able to go to make that transmutation table. We needed a whole bunch of stuff, like we have the pixie dust and everything. And I'm like, okay, so is there any way to go? And how do we get living wood? And we need living wood and terra steel. We do have the terra steel, but we don't have living wood. So I'm like, okay, it's slabs. Okay, wait, it's 3 living wood. And I realized we need pure daisies. We turn basically normal wood into living wood. But we need those pure daisies. And we can't get those pure daisies without the petal apothecary. And to be able to go and get the petal apothecary, we need some sort of petals. Which is just like a mushroom and floral pink powder, or I guess pink dye, or just whatever we actually go and whatever we have. But then I'm like, okay, but do we have mushrooms? Like we have a couple mushrooms and everything, but we don't really have that many. And if I go like dye, so we do have a little bit of pink dye and everything. But if I figured the best place to end up going and doing things, yep, I put my cooked. Oh yeah, I put my cooked apples. Thank you. I keep losing my cooked apples for goodness sake. But I figured we could use this little spot over here. I mean, like, it's not pretty or anything. It's not all that nice. But I figured over here would probably be a good place to go and figure out how to get this actually under control. I mean, we already have the area cleared, and it works just fine. So one of the fancy things about this book is you can literally go, you open it, and it has like all these basics and mechanics, beta manipulation, generating flora, functional flora, a whole bunch of things in the lexicon index. Now, the things that I wanted to go and focus on, mostly just for this stream, is whatever the basics are. Because I honestly have no clue anything about this plugin. We have the Terra Steel because we have the flowers. I do not know what the Black Lotus is for. I do not know how to make that pure daisy, but I'm guessing it's going to teach us how to end up doing that. So if I go under here, I mean, I'm not going to bother reading like all of this. I'm just going to skim over things. So essentially, what does it tell us? It doesn't really tell us anything for the very first page. So we want the tutorial of the basics, which yes, we want an in-game tutorial, not a video. So you start your tutorial, follow the red arrows, and read the contents. So red arrow tells me to go basics mechanics, and go to this part. So essentially, it's telling us all information is stored here. Any entries, yes, and it tells us how we end up making the Lexica Botania book, which is kind of ironic because we need the book to be able to go and get anything. So it looks like it's can you can customize the book title and everything with an anvil, but I mean I don't really care about that. So now we go on to mystical flowers. And it says we may come across, and they come in 16 different things, but it's also possible to grow these using floral fertilizer, which we haven't seen these flowers anywhere in the world. So right-clicking on a petal will bury it, so these petals can be crushed. So we don't have these pink flowers and everything. But we do need to go. I guess we need to make a pestle and mortar next. So let's make one of these. I mean, that should be easy enough to make. We can make a pestle and mortar right there. And I guess I need to go. I need to make a bowl. Let's make a couple bowls, actually. So getting ready for making our mushroom stew. So we have the pestle and mortar that we're going to need. Let's see what it tells us next. So they say grind petals into flowers, but we don't have petals. Um, Right-clicking on the floral powder on any wool or carpet changes color to that of the powder. By mixing the floral powder with some bone meal, it's possible to create a different type of fertilizer. Floral powder and bone meal is just how you make floral fertilizer. I guess that makes sense. Um, will grow a small amount of mystical flowers if you ever run low on them. So let's look at what floral fertilizer is, because I know we have a little bit of that. Or do we? Uh, Mystical fertilizer. We don't have any floral fertilizer. Interesting. I thought we did have floral fertilizer. Again, we just had the mystical. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back in here. So we don't have any floral fertilizer to be able to actually go and do that. And we need floral powder, and I don't think we have any of that floral powder, do we? Yeah, we need... No, we do have floral fertilizer somewhere. We have to have the floral fertilizer somewhere. The question is where? Because I know we have some somewhere. I do very clearly remember having, like, we got a whole bunch. Oh, goodness, there's mobs in there. I'm not going to worry about that. Where did our floral fertilizer end up going? Because we did have quite a bit of it. To the last of my knowledge, I haven't been back here in quite a long time. Huh. So our fertilizer is missing for whatever reason. Which is not good at all. Because we need that air communicating with the network. Okay, so I guess it's wireless at range. Okay. No, wireless isn't out of range. It's just we need to keep these chunks loaded and everything. So let's go look at chorus flowers. Where is the floral fertilizer? This is really weird. We're literally just missing it. I guess I'll have to go. I guess I'll have to make do and everything. Um, so yeah, it's just bone meal and floral white powder and everything. Oh, dandelion yellow. Okay, so we can go. We can use typical flower substances. So we want to go. So just shift click to see the recipe and everything. So if we use bone meal and we use some red dye, and if we use some yellow dye, and then we can use bone meal. So it looks like it's one of these things and these things. And that makes floral fertilizer. Okay, awesome. So we aren't completely screwed and everything because we don't actually have it. And we did end up getting that quest there, which is in the Star of Stoneblock, for making floral fertilizer. So we can claim that. We got a little bit of floral fertilizer and everything, but that's it. So let's head right back over here. I don't know if it needs water or what it actually needs to be able to go and grow. But if I head over here, let's see, maybe just in this corner. And that grows up some mystical light gray flowers for us that we needed. So we got the Sky of Beginning achievement here. Pick up a mystical flower. So I guess for these, yeah, we definitely need this floral fertilizer to be able to actually go and get these mystical flowers to grind these up into petals. So that essentially is a little bit of a saving grace here. So let's just pick these up. I'm not going to go, actually, I don't know, should I use it all? I mean, let's just quickly go, let's just do that. And see where that ends up taking us. I mean, it's only 10 more. And I don't think we need like 1,000,001. So we can pick up like all these mystical flowers and everything. There we go, we're all done. So let's break these guys up. And then move on to the next step of whatever the book tells us to do. Let's just pick these up. So we got like a whole bunch of flowers there. Very nice. Yep, literally a whole bunch of flowers. Okay, so what does the book tell us to do next after we have those? So there's also some taller variants spread around the place. Yeah, these can only be gathered with shears, but can be used to obtain twice the amount of petals. So they're too big for dye. Yeah, no, that's understandable. We don't actually have those growing here. So they can be made manually by fertilizing mystical flower or a buried petal with bone meal. So we basically place a flower down. Actually, I'm going to do that because we need shears anyway. So essentially, if I place one of these down, is what they're saying. And if I grab some bone meal, I just use bone meal on that. Okay. And then I can use shears and everything on that. And then I'll get like oh, yeah, get me a tall mystical red flower. So that certainly goes. That certainly works in our favor there. So if we find ourselves running low on a particular color, try burying the petal of that color. So I don't think we actually have any petals or anything, but we can get petals just like that, and I guess we can bury petals. Um, okay. So we buried those petals apparently, and they're somewhere down there. I don't know exactly. Oh, yes, we can bone meal them though. Wow. And that makes us the tall. Wow. Okay, so that works perfectly fine for me. I don't mind. And then we take the four, and we can turn those into even more. So it's literally just an infinite source of bone meal. Okay, so mystical flowers. Yep, we just learned about that. Ah, the gray petal blocks and everything. That's the next step of what we need to do, most certainly. So let's see. We have some orange guys here, so let's make those. And I think we can make a couple of these. We can make some just orange petal blocks. I don't know. Does it have to be gray? No, it does not. So what do we use these petal blocks for? And the other way around. Yep, I kind of figured. So I guess with that we actually learned about mystical flowers. Essentially, we got our little like crash course tutorial. So the next part is the petal apothecary. So that looks unique. This block, when placed in the world and given some water by use of a water bucket, will accept any mystical petals thrown at it, releasing their energies. Once one has inserted the correct petals, throwing some seeds in it will finalize the process. Tossing in a full bucket will also fill the apothecary with water. So plants can be made using this method. Um, Shift right clicking on a petal apothecary with an empty hand will remove the last item thrown in. Instead of water, one can place lava in this block. If that is done, it'll serve as a brazier and an incinerator, destroying any items that become in contact. Okay, I mean, like, lava destroys everything. Tossing vines gives the block an overgrown visual. Comparators can detect whether the block has water or not. Since petal apothecary can be filled by the usage of a drop water bucket, and dispensers can fill buckets, creating a system that can automatically refill shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so up to 20 seconds after crafting a flower, right-click the apothecary with an empty hand. We'll pull another set of the same ingredients out of your hand for quick fast crafting. This only works if the apothecary's water is refilled. So let's make one of these things. So it looks like it does need... Actually, no, we can just go. We should be able to make that petal apothecary right there. So if I go under petal apothecary, we can make that one right there. And let's just put it down, like, I don't know, just in the corner there. So it does see it needs water, and we did make a little bit of water. So, yep, I can see it's definitely full there. So what is the next step here that they want us to go and take? The pure daisy, which we definitely need that guy. So it's not only the most basic, okay, thank you, but also the most important flower. The flower will purify any adjacent wood and stone blocks, as seen on the next page, into their purified counterparts, living wood and living rock, which can be used for crafting. So we put the pure daisy in the middle, give it a minute, and it turns stuff. So living wood can be turned into twigs for living wood twigs, and a few other blocks can be purified. You can purify netherrack, soul sand, sand, ice, packed ice, water, and snow. You can purify water? Okay, so a blank canvas to start your adventure. It looks like it wants just 4 mystical white pearls, or petals, rather. So let's quickly go. Let's just put these guys in. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into a daisy. Let's actually, we can watch this from above. I nearly forgot about that. So it's, oh, we need seeds, didn't we? We need seeds. Not eed. Let's see, seeds. There we go. And 1 seed. Oh, well that works. So we have our pure daisy. And what color do you want to be? I don't know. That's a really good question. So I guess let's just put this over here, maybe. And we needed to purify wood, so if I just put in like oak wood, for example, oh wow. So that's actually going ahead and is purifying the wood apparently. Don't know how long this is going to take. Let's just quickly actually grab some torches as well. Hopefully we don't end up missing whatever it is. So let's go, just put a torch there. And I seem to have oops. Can I? No, I can't break that easily, can I? There I can. So let's just quickly go. Let's just put stuff away. I'm hoping I'm not going to miss it here. Yeah, I put my apples away and everything. I'm not too worried. Oh, we also got the Lexico Botania, just another book, apparently. So, this is doing stuff. Does it need seeds, or... You'll need all of the Black Lotus. Oh, this is going to be cool. So, I don't know. Is that... It looks like it's doing stuff. It says give it a minute. I wonder if it's actually like a full minute. Oh, wow. Okay. So, we have living wood. And we can use our fancy hammer and everything to go and just break it all at once. We have 8 living wood just like that. Very nice. So I'm going to actually see, I'm going to make a... Just going to quickly make a couple more of these things. So if I grab some water buckets, just want to grab 2 more water buckets, and then I need 2 more seeds. We only really need just the 2 seeds. So I'm going to quickly go, I'm going to see if I can't make like a couple more of these things. So let's put these guys in. So we do need the water bucket. We do need the 4 seeds. And wow, that's actually, okay, so it's instant too. So I like that. So let's get these guys in. So actually, can I just toss them all at once? Yeah, I can. Toss that all out, and we can get 2 more daisies. So with those 2 more daisies, I guess we can just do something like this. And then, like, oops, not there. Okay, so it takes like half a second to go and actually break them. Actually, no, it is there. So basically, we want to put like stone. Do we have just any plain stone? So I guess stone can go. Stone can be turned into something. We have netherrack can be turned into something. So it's just I'm just looking at this to kind of just experiment and everything. So we have stone, we had netherrack, and what was another thing that they did mention in here? Sand and ice. So let's try sand. I don't know exactly what this is going to do, but it's, I guess, purifying the sand or something into something else. Just kind of like a transmutation table without the transmutation table. Just like transmuting whatever we have now into something else. Stone, living stone, maybe? Netherrack into lava? I have no clue. And then sand into glass, or some sort of like living glass, maybe? I really don't know. Let's give it a second here, see exactly what ends up happening. Let's see. So into living rock, not living stone. That's perfectly fine for me. So what does netherrack turn into? Cobblestone. Oh. Yay. Something useless. And what does sand turn into? Please be something useful. Oh. It says that it can turn sand, doesn't it? Oh, netherrack cobblestone, netherrack into cobblestone, soul sand into sand, and ice into packed ice, water into snow. Wait, so it turns water into snow? Wait a second. Wait a second. So you're telling me this turns water into snow? So let's quickly go. Let's break all this. I can use my big fancy hammer and everything for that. So it's saying it turns water into snow. If I grab some cobblestone here and put cobblestone all around just the outside and everything. So it theoretically turns water into snow. So let's see water. So it turns it all into snow. Oh, how does this work? I have no clue how that would work if it turns water into snow somehow, but it can't. It doesn't work that way. Okay. It's fine for me. Let's just quickly go. Let's put this little daisy back and everything. Just a spacing of 2, so that kind of works fine for me as well. So we did get another book here. Is this the exact same thing, or is it different? It's the exact same thing, just different way of going about it. So I guess we've gotten to the level of Wand of the Forest. So this wand made by effectively strapping a pair of mystical petals to any color to a few living wood twigs is required. So it has bind mode, function mode. It can be shift right clicked on a compatible block to select it. Shift right clicking also binds the two blocks. In function mode, it'll simply not do that for shift right clicking. So if the wand isn't bound to anything, so let's make a wand of the forest then. Let's see. Oh wow. So I guess can we go? We do need to make these twigs and everything. I think we need like 3 twigs. Just use 3 twigs and everything. We can do that. And need the petals. And let's quickly go. Let's see what we have here. So we have some mystical red flowers. Let's use mystical red flowers here. I don't mind turning them all into there. So I guess if I just go in here and tell it, hey, I want to do that, and I can stick 2 petals there to get a wand of the forest in bind mode or function mode. So what exactly does that do? Clicking on the top of a chest rotates it around. Most blocks which can be rotated should work. Oh wait, so this rotates things? Does it rotate the daisy? No? Uh, make a chest. Air communicating with network. Oh, great. It's unloaded. That's why I can't communicate with the network until it just loads in. And the second I'm like here, I should be able to go, yeah, there I am. So it rotates chests apparently. I really want to see this. Oh wow. It really does rotate chests. Huh. That's pretty cool. So it's great for like if you're really going in like an eye for detail and everything. That's fine for me. Okay, let's just quickly head back over to our little petal apothecary and everything. I mean, this is not meant to be pretty. This is meant to be functional, just for the time being. So, what do we have next here? So we made the wand of the forest. The petals we'll use to determine the color of the wand. Yeah, we used red, so I guess that's nice. So it's telling us to go back here and go into mana manipulation. It's not telling us to continue the Black Lotus, so maybe we should follow that there. So it's saying an introduction of mana is an ethereal substance, in layman's terms, means a form of mystical energy. Its sensorial existence is inconsistent, and its color depends on the environment it's put in. Mastering mana is the most important skills of a botanist. Okay. Well, I know that we do need things, and yeah, Chunkler is probably a good idea there as well. In order to create mana, one requires a set of generating flowers. This mana can be dispersed utilizing mana spreaders and stored in mana pools. So, to get started, one would start by learning how to use endoflames or I know that's a flower and everything in real life as well. Hydrogen is or such. Mana spreaders and mana pools. So, let's see if it tells us how to do this. Yes, so the mana pool, simply put, is a storage of mana. Mana can be inserted by the usage of mana spreader, and any adjacent mana spreaders will pull the mana from it to increase their internal buffer automatically. So, is it going to teach us how to do this? No, they come in 2 varieties, a weaker diluted, which only stores a small amount of mana, and the normal variety, which can store as much as 100 times more than a diluted one. Wow. So, okay, it's going to teach us how. So we need 5 living rock, and we should actually be able to go. We can make a mana. Yeah, it's right here, mana pool. So we can make that mana pool. And we got the Vivid Wave, craft a mana pool. So I'm going to quickly go in here. I'm just going to grab some stone. Because we're probably going to need a little bit more than just one. Just from common knowledge and everything, you need more than one of everything. So let's just get a little bit more living rock and everything queued up. And there we go. So we got like a whole bunch of living rock and everything just all up and set for us. So next up, it looks like they want to make a diluted mana pool, which is bedrock slabs. So we need living rock slabs. Oh my goodness. So I think we have enough for that. Yeah, we do. Living rock. So we use that, and I think we just do this. That makes a diluted mana pool, which I don't know why I ever want to make one of these. So let's just place these 2 guys down. Let's maybe just put you like right here, and then you just like over here. So we do have that. We have the diluted mana pool. So what says next? The diluted mana pool could be a useful tool for when one might want a small buffer for a flower system or a system that doesn't use as much mana. So thanks for that. Um, so there's a bar size. So tossing in some resources. So I don't know. I guess I don't see anything to toss in resources. Um, to cause them to get infused with mana, turning them into more powerful. Iron ingots or mana pearls. So if I go under iron ingots here, so they tell me to just toss iron ingots into here, and oops, yeah, I don't think that works. Wait, do we need the mana spreader first though? We probably need the mana spreader. Pulse mana spreader, Elven mana spreader, Gaia. I think it's probably just the normal mana spreader, which is a little bit of living wood. So we can go. We can also get that relatively easily. Just mine all this up and put some more oak wood in there. So if I grab like some oak wood, I can do that. Just pick up all this living stone or living rock, rather. So let's just do this. Place all this down. Get rid of this one guy right here, the little straggler. So that's all going to go. So we're going to get everything that we need to be able to go and get our fancy mana spreader, I do believe. We do need just a gold ingot and any petal. So we shouldn't have any issues with that whatsoever because we can just go, we can take that, we can get 4 petals and everything right from that. So we give it a second here. And then we can see exactly what ends up happening when we actually use a mana spreader. And how that's different and everything. And how we actually go, like if it needs power or something. Doesn't make sense that it would need power. I'm kind of thinking more Elven here, that you don't see them going around doing like crazy things like the dwarves and everybody. So let's give it a second here, and it should make a little bit. Um, so yeah, it says just a mana power, which I'm relatively surprised they didn't teach us how to make that. Just get this, all the wood and everything that we're gonna need, and then we can make that fancy little mana spreader, which is probably actually on that very next page or something. So we can do that. We can make our mana spreader. And with this mana spreader, I'm just going to put it like right here. So how does this thing work? I have no clue. So, functions like the mana spreader. You can also put a signal. Mana steel ingots, nether ingots based on it. For the artistic types, right-clicking with any color, throw powder in the pool will take its color. All 16 colors are viable for decoration and easily labeling. So they want us to go. They want us to put like an iron ingot inside a pool. So we do have the iron ingot and everything. So let's put that in here. But I don't think that's working because we don't have mana. So we need. So we do need to go. Yeah, we need to. Oh, what does this do? The mana pool. Mana can be inserted into it by usage of a mana spreader. So how do we insert it? Do we use like a bucket here or something? Let's see, bucket. No? Um, so how do we use this mana spreader? Like, does it actually have to be like on top of it or? Interesting. And any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it. So mana can be inserted into the mana pool by the usage of a mana spreader. Hmm. Oh, requires an yeah. So it literally just says any functional flowers require a nearby mana pool. So we do have the mana pool here and everything. And we have our little spreader, which is right here. And all it tells us about that is literally just is important. When this block is placed on the ground, it'll face one of 6 basic directions. By holding shift right click on the wand of the forest, it can orient. Okay. So let's grab the wand of the forest here. That's probably what it is. Oh, there. Okay, there it is. There it is. And yeah, I do see the hole and everything now. Now I can see what it is. So let's put the iron ingot in there. Um, Give me a second here. Unknown status. So it's doing something. Let's see. When it can orient to the opposite where it was clicked, it can be pointed to other blocks if the wand in bind mode. So we have holding wand to the forest. What in the absolute heck? So do we need 3 of them? Do we need to actually make like a triangle type of thing around them? Okay, shift right click. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Put the spreader up 1 block, you say? Okay, sure. I mean, there's no harm to that. So let's just put like a cobblestone thing underneath it. And up we go. And let's quickly go. Let's break it just so that it's facing the right way. What in the absolute heck? Okay, so I guess like if I'm facing it, wait, do we tell it to go into it? No? Let's do this. No? Hmm. So what if we move this over though? And it looks like it's going to this block? Okay, maybe like in 1? No? Huh. So how the heck does this guy work? Um, Maybe if you just hang him from the ceiling? And then we put the mana pool and everything directly below it? Unknown status. Oh! Mana pool. Telling it to do something here. I wonder, do I actually have to go? Do I have to put the iron ingot in? Function mode. So from that to there, what in the absolute heck? This does not orient very well. So let's go nether. Let's go back to the mana spreader here. Yeah, it doesn't teach us about that. There is no mana used to Black Lotus, okay. So how do I... No? Because it should be going in. Holding on to the forest. It's telling us to go back here and go back to the mana pool. Um... Yeah. Hmm. Because, yeah, so, like, we're trying to figure out how to end up getting that thing actually full of mana. To actually be able to go and get that. Because it looks like there's a whole bunch of things, like, we can turn, I guess, sugar, we can turn, like, just the normal powder and everything into dust. We can get mana glass. That seems pretty cool. We can get mana infused string, and we can use that to make, like, cobwebs, apparently. We can get biscuits of totality, but they're not edible. This is what we should do. Mana, yes, we should have just continued it. I'm not thinking for whatever reason. Okay, this is the block that allows mana to travel point A to point B. When the block is placed on the ground, it'll face one of the 6 basic directions. By holding shift right click on the one before us, one can orient it to the opposite of where it's clicked. It can be pointed to other blocks when used in bind mode. So the block needs to be right clicked with the wand to get accurate and adequate values. So holding a wand in the forest shows where the spreader is pointing at. Hovering over it shows the target. The sparkle that's showing is the point where the mana loss starts to happen. If the target of the spreader is a block that can contain mana and isn't full, you'll fire a mana burst. So the spreader only fires one burst at once, and applying a redstone signal. A pulse mana spreader is recommended, is what they're saying there, and so we do have the mana spreader and everything there, so we're good. So right clicking on with a piece of wool will sleeve it. Aside from making it look fancier, it'll also muffle the sound when the burst is shot. I mean, I'd play without volume, so it's not obnoxious essentially. So, it's telling us to go back here and go into generating flora. An introduction to generation. Mana will be stored in the closest mana spreader around. It's important to keep in mind these flowers memorize the mana spawner spreader. Okay. Picking your first generating flower. The endoflame and the hydrogenas. The former uses coal or other fuel sources, the latter uses water. So if we go into these, there's a few cavats though. The endoflame would not burn anything. Furthermore, a flower can only hold the equivalent to that of 4 times a block of coal. So it's basically, apparently, the first thing that you ever do is flower requires dropped items, an open crate, which you find in the natural apparatus. Okay, so I guess we want to make the endo flame when arson becomes useful. My goodness. Okay, so let's go the endo flame here, which essentially we need brown petals, a red petal, and like gray petal. So let's just quickly go. Do we have any like gray? So we want like a brown mushroom. So mystical brown flowers here. That works. So we have brown petals. We already have the red petals, and now we need light gray flowers. So let's turn those guys in. So essentially what they have there is we need 2 petals, a gray petal, and a red petal. So let's go red. I think we have the red petal. There it is. So we need like a single red petal here. So you can put that in. Then we also want 2 brown. Oops, that's too high there. So we want 2 brown. One of these. 2 of these. And we need water. That's just what else we need. Water. So grab that water. Fill it up. And it looks like it's going... Looks like it's making everything. Does it still need seeds? Is the question. Let's quickly go. Let's look and see if we need seeds. So I think it would. But I don't know. Let's just quickly go. Let's toss a seed in there. So we don't need seeds this time. This is actually taking a little bit of time here, essentially. Where we have like the end of stone and everything, that took like a couple seconds. So it looks like this is going. It looks like this is trying to go and it's trying to make the end of flame there. It doesn't say how long it takes to actually be able to go and get it though. So they're just swimming around in the water there, getting ready to go and actually make the stuff that we're looking for. And do a flip. We... No, welcome to the stream, though. Okay, so is it nearly done? I have no clue how long it takes to be able to actually go and make that. Let's just continue in the book here. So it's telling us to go back to functional flora, an introduction to function, which again, it keeps talking about mana pools, and I'm waiting for it to go. It's note that these can't receive power directly through mana spreaders. So all functioning things there. Put water in the mana pool. Actually, you know what? That makes sense. That actually makes all the sense in the world here. No. Oh boy. No. Yeah, no, you can't put water in the mana pool. Interesting. I mean, that would make sense that water turns into mana, but apparently not. So, what do we need to be able to go and get this thing over here? Like, is it just going to swim around in there for an infinite period of time, or... Okay, so let's quickly go through. Redstone roots. So redstone and grass. I think we have a little bit of grass, didn't we? Grass. And then if you just take like 1 redstone. Apparently we can make a redstone root. Don't know why we'd ever need a redstone root, but whatever. Sky Factory's wrong. Yet, honestly though, I think it's something like they change and update the mods and everything all the time. So we have those done. So if we go back to the basics, next is the runic altar. Um, Before proceeding further, read through the important entries. Runes are extremely important components. So I need the runic altar. Proceed by pointing a mana spreader to the altar. So I guess if we just make the altar, runic altar. So we do need a mana pearl though. We do need that mana pearl, and we need to put an ender pearl into here, into one of these mana pools. So how do we fill up these mana pools? Like that's the real big question I have. Because it says here, unknown status and everything. It should be working. I don't know exactly what that thing is. Like it looks like something. Because we need that. Crafting the runic altar. 16 runes exist. So I guess we need like a fishing rod and a whole bunch of things to get like runes of water. We have runes of earth, runes of air, fire, spring, summer, fall, winter. We have mana. Okay, a rune of mana. That seems pretty cool. Lust, gluttony. Okay, so we have like all the seven deadly sins and everything are in there as well. So the tutorial is over. Now you should have the basic idea of how it works. Make sure you read through the other pages at your leisure. Aw. So it's not gonna help me. Okay, wait. Exclusive power by the name of Black Lowest. Uh, Contains a strong amount of concentrated mana that can be released by putting it inside a mana pool that already has mana in it though. So we do need to get mana into these pools before anything actually goes and anything actually works. So I don't know, would that be under basics? No, that's actually under mana tablets. Oh, wait. Mana tablet. Maybe that's what we want. Let's just try this. So mana tablet. No, it's not. Maybe we need the different mana spreader, possibly? Let's see. Oops. So we have the Elven mana spreader, the Gaia mana spreader, which I mean, we can't make that. I think we need Dreamwood and everything, though. And Dreamwood comes from... Yeah, we need to go through, like, fancy things for that. So we can get the Pulse mana spreader, though, if we hook this up with just one redstone. So I guess let's try that. So if I put this in here, and then I go and I find the redstone. Oops, didn't mean to. So we can get a Pulse mana spreader. And let's try this. I mean, that looks like it should be doing something. But again, like, how do you fill up mana pools? Use the diluted one instead, you say. Okay. Well, let's just quickly go. Let's break these and see how that works then. Okay, so the diluted mana pool is over here. Just want to make sure like I'm standing under the right block. So let's try that, and let's try that, and use the little fancy wand here. No, it still isn't. It doesn't actually do anything there. So we have the mana tablet and everything. Mana can be inserted by the usage of mana spreader, and any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it to increase their internal buffer. That's all it says. It can be inserted into it using a mana spreader. So apparently it's not that, but we can use just the normal ones. But the question is, why does it not want to actually work? Because we have that. I don't know, is there something like on one of these sides and everything that I want to press or such? No, it doesn't look like it. Because we can see, like, it says mana pool and everything, because we know it's pointing at that mana pool. So whenever a mana pool is referenced, tossing in some resources into a mana pool will cause it to get infused. Redstone comparator could output signal. Mana ingots and other ingots. Yeah, it's not telling you how to actually get the mana pool full. The question is, what do we put in here if it's not water? Because if we can't put water in there, because water just, yeah, water does like weird things. Did I actually somehow glitch it out? Yeah, I did. I think I glitched out the water in something somehow. Um, hmm. So how do we fill up a mana pool? I guess this ultimately comes down to let's look this thing up because the tutorial's not really telling us how to do that. So let's look this up. Usually I try to avoid Google and everything. Okay, first place thing in Daybloom on dirt, where we'll have access to the sun. Then place a mana spreader near flower. Next, place a mana pool where your mana spreader can see it. So, place down your Daybloom or whatever flower and everything, which this still hasn't finished making whatever it's making. I don't understand. Because we wanted, like, what was that thing called? It was called, like, the Endo Flame. And we have the Endo Flame, yeah, it just says just, oh, wait. We put one thing in there too many, didn't we? We put one too many grays. So if we break this, put this back, fill that up with water, put a single one of these in, single one of these. Actually, no, we need two browns, one gray, and then we need seeds. Seeds and everything. So we do have the electric magic, make a generating flower. So it does say something about like putting a flower and everything nearby, but I don't know if that's exactly how that works. Let's see. So place your daybloom. Wait, it needs the dayblooms? Where are what's a daybloom? Redwood sapling, fair elm. So I guess it's these? I don't think it is, but hmm. Because it doesn't exactly go, it doesn't actually tell you how to go and do this. Like, man can be inserted via man spreader. So let's see. Let's see how many people actually just quoted up these things. Because we want, like, mana infusion is the thing that we're looking at here. And mana in the pool. It doesn't tell you how. It really just doesn't tell you how. Let's see. So spreaders pull mana from their internal buffer. Let's see. So, while holding the one forest, the player will see it emit small pulses in the direction it's oriented. Can only travel distance of 12 blocks. Once the spreader is aimed at an item that can accept it, it will shoot a large pulse. So technically, this thing should be being filled up. Because according to our wand here, it should be shooting like a large pulse. Because if I go back in here into the mana, we have like all those cables and everything. We have a mana splitter. It doesn't talk about the mana splitter in there. We need mana steel. I mean, we can make one of those because we do have mana steel and everything. I have no clue what the heck this thing does, but let's try that. Maybe we need like a mana splitter and everything to put that in there, and then we put like mana pools and everything all around or something. Nope, that's not how that works at all either. So yeah, we can see like it says that it's going into there. It's going into the mana splitter. And then if I look back up here, it says it's going into the mana pool. But how do we charge a pulse mana spreader? Do we actually need to go? Is this something where we actually need to go? We need like to put water into the mana spreader itself? No? Hmm. Because like we can see the thing there. Huh. It's relatively annoying when a book does not like it tells you everything that you need to know about it, except for actually how that works. Because we need to be able to go, we need to be able to get down to like the Elven mana spreaders. We need to be able to get down to the Elven stuff. Like we need a mana star. Um. So mana star. Okay. Well, what do we need for a mana star? Mana star. So I guess you could go. It's mystical light blue, petals and everything. Which I mean, we can get those. So if I go in like here, light blue. So a mana star is 2 light blue, 1 green, 1 red into here. So let's try this. So I need 2 light blue. Let's go 1 here, 1 there. So 2 light blue. I need a green. So I can just break these guys down into petals. A green and a red. So I need to grab a red here. Red. And I probably need seeds, as per usual. 2 light blue, green, and red. And then there's seeds. No. So what's missing here? Oh, it's not 2 light blue. It's a light blue, a cyan. I need the cyan one. We need the actual, like, cyan ones. So we need cyan, 1 green, 1 red, 1 light blue. That's what it is. Okay. I need to stop assuming things, honestly. Okay, so if we go back to the buckets here, we can grab, like, another water bucket. Thankfully, we have quite a few of those. If we go up here, we throw the cyan. So we throw these 4 guys out. And then 1 seed needs to go here. You can toss the seed out. That'll make a mana star. And then the mana star can go like right there, which I guess still doesn't do anything. Function mode, bind mode. Is it gonna bind anything? Function mode, bind mode. Yeah, no, it still doesn't work. No mana lens, so we actually need a mana that doesn't talk about mana lens, but we do actually have mana pearls. Let's put a mana lens in then. I mean, we have the lens in there for efficiency. It worked, but I mean, it doesn't work. It just doesn't want to work in any way, shape, or form for whatever reason. So it's a shooting star. So what exactly does the mana star even do? Creating mana star and placing it next to your pools will have it shine red if there's a loss, or blue if there's a profit. So does it shine? No, it doesn't shine. Because there's no loss, there's no profit, there's nothing. Because we have the efficiency on there. Oh boy, this means I'm probably gonna have to go because I'm gonna have to watch like a video or something. Apparently, I didn't expect it to be this complicated though. Because you'd expect it to be like, okay, pulse mana spreader. It's important to keep note that this doesn't let the spreader shoot a burst until the last one dissipates or it's absorbed. Little touch of redstone. Yeah, no, that's fine. Sparks. Sparks are interesting. 8 entry. Okay, nope. Mana detector. So what? Okay, let's try a mana detector here. So mana detector is right here. We can make one of those. Okay, so we do need to go. We do need to make like one of these things in here though. And are we actually seriously missing a single redstone torch? Okay, fine. Let's make like a stack of redstone torches so I never need to worry about redstone torches ever again. Make that comparator, and then we can make one of the mana detectors here. Yep, and it looks like things are going so. I mean, it's flowing through it. It is going through it. Hmm. Strange though. And like the man detector doesn't even tell us anything. It's just like it's just there. Crafting detector, yeah, it doesn't tell us exactly. Like it's not telling us what this stuff does. It just tells us we have it because we have man in lenses. So we have like just a man in lens. We have like the man lens, basic lens doesn't do anything. Sometimes still having a single man lens and spreader just isn't enough. Binding two with a rune of air, we can make the man lens velocity, and we can also go. We have the man lens efficiency essentially. But unfortunately, that actually is all the time that we have for today. That's just I don't know. I don't understand why the man spreader isn't working for whatever reason. It really should be. But I'm certainly going to go. I'm going to do a little bit of research and everything on that just to find out what's going wrong here and like what the actual issue is. But yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I mean, like unfortunately we didn't have the ending that I would have liked, but we did go through a little bit of the Botania. I may actually do a follow-up episode on this tomorrow because I would like to go because I need that portal essentially because if we want the transmutation table, oops, we do need to go. We do need to get the pixie dust, which is just mana pearls into like the elven portal and everything. But just so if you guys did enjoy the video, just feel free to leave a thumbs up down below, or maybe just a comment on actually how I even do this. Because this is relatively complex for whatever reason. And if you guys enjoyed the content in general, feel free to subscribe. And thank you for watching and have an absolutely great Wednesday, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.